Check. Check. Oh, I think we're just need a little reset. Let's see if the audio's working. Where's my third and two thing? Message. Man, I hope the Wi-Fi is good enough. Careful. Hear what you say.
Ball carrier number 10, Jacob Mansdorfer, quarterback keeper left side.
Mansdorfer, didn't he play for...
First down, Erie, right at midfield.
Well, that clearly doesn't work.
Mansdorfer, didn't he play for Bobcats? Mansdorfer? I know that name. That's not a... Yeah, he played for Bobcats. I think he was one of those Erie kids that had...
Ball carrier number 8, Noah Roper, right up the middle.
Are we not?
To play number 30, Jason Tran. Second down, 2.
I don't think it's receiving our feed. Grayson, just trust me, man.
Number 10, Mansdorfer on the carry. First hit again, number 30, Jason Tran. First down, Erie.
Defense, step up! Let's go, defense!
Issues. Leave me alone, people.
Noah Roper,
I'm trying my
left
hardest.
side. Tackle number 6, Andres Mendoza. No gain on the play. Second down, 10. Ball carrier number 8, Noah Roper. Up the middle for the Tigers, down inside the 10-yard line. First down, Erie.
I mean, it was humming.
Roper again on the carry. Tackle number 44, Mac Bose. Second and goal from the 7-yard line.
Look at that. That's great.
His fourth round of chemo. Many of the CHS coaches and players also wear Torres Strong bracelets.
Yeah, it really is. Health is good, it says. check.
Ball carrier number 25, Jaden Gilmore, into the end zone. Touchdown, Erie.
Check. Bring that scoreboard back up. It's not even on. You don't need to mash buttons if it doesn't come on. There we go. Okay. All right, everyone. Apologize for our audio and some technical issues. We hope that we've corrected the problem. We restarted our stream, and here we are. Erie just punched into the end zone for their first touchdown of the game. They lead it 7-0 here at Centaurus. Well, we've been recording it all, so that's the good thing. No matter what, we'll be able to go back on after and upload the full length of this drive. The Tiger drive started back all the way on their own 2. In fact, the first play, it looked like Centaurus might have shot into the backfield, and it was awful close to a safety. And then before you know it, the Tigers just marched 99 yards down the field for their first touchdown of the year. So, good start here for the Tigers as they take on 0-3 Centaurus. Tigers so far this year, their opponents have combined for a record of 1-14. So still trying to figure out how good this Tiger team is. But early morning game here in Lafayette. Costine's going to onside kick, and a good job by the up man to scoop it up. He recognized it, stepped it up, and corralled it into his arms. Like the thought there by Coach Cooper, but Johnny on the spot that time, I believe, was Timothy DeSabato. DeSabato. One of the parents could hear me in the stands and corrected me. How about that? DeSabato on the recovery. Will be 1st and 10 Centaurus from their own 48 here as they start their second drive of the game. They were stopped near midfield in their first. That's when that punt was downed all the way inside to around the 2. Here goes the snap, pitch to the far side, and that will be blown dead. Faraka, the starting quarterback here for Centaurus. And a penalty there on the Tigers pre-snap. So that's going to move Centaurus into a 1st and 5. Now Faraka, he'll pitch it to the far side. Mendoza will cut it up into the teeth of the Tiger defense, and he's swarmed under by a slew of white jerseys, and that'll be a loss of a couple. That'll bring up 2nd and 8. Tigers get a couple back after committing that penalty. Now here's the snap, a fling on a slant. That one is caught, and yanking that one down was Andy Mendoza, and he's tackled at the 40. That'll be a gain of 9 as they spot him down at the 41 and a 1st down for Centaurus. Now Centaurus last week against Berthoud only able to put 3 points on the board as they fell to 0-3. Berthoud coming away 36-3 winners. They lost to Harrison 42-14 and Skyview 33-14. So 1:41 left here in the first quarter. Faraka in the shotgun. Flanking him to his left is Post. Post, the big fullback, and another offside, and the Tigers getting a little bit too antsy there. That was Jaden Gilmore that snuck offside. And another 1st and 5 coming up for Centaurus. So 1:26 here on the clock. Faraka in the shotgun. He'll take the low snap around his ankles. He's going to throw the fade, and wide open turning around, adjusting, and making the catch at the 2. And that's one of maybe the weaknesses of this Erie team through the first little bit, is a little bit susceptible in the passing game.
And that's another Warrior. First and goal inside the 5-yard line.
And we have a roster from the gate, but we don't have that receiver on our roster. So Faraka completing the nice pass. Now a direct snap, little wildcat formation of the big fella, and he just churns his legs, and he's into the end zone. So Post drives it in there for the Warriors. Excuse me, this. And Centaurus, an extra point away here from cutting into that Tiger lead. Erie has led every single minute of this season so far. And it's blocked, and Erie will continue to lead. I should say Erie has not been behind so far this season. But it's 6-7 after the touchdown there by Centaurus. We'll step aside, take a quick timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis.
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so.
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
Hi, my name is Caleb Humble. You're watching the Erie Tiger Network.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird here with you. Grayson Wolf, our producer right now. He's actually pulling double duties. He's producing and running the huddle sideline for the team. And upstairs is Kyle Cooper on the fine camera work. And so always a great help when Kyle is running the camera. A wily veteran, even though this is his first year, as he did all of state baseball a couple years ago, and they made that great run. So Erie will return the ball across the 35, and then we'll start their second drive of the game from about the 36. Fans, don't forget to follow us on social media. You can like our page on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at Erie TigerNet, or check us out online at erietigerNetwork.com. So ball will be spotted at the far hash. 37-yard line is where they will officially start this drive. And early morning, not as many Tiger students out that we have seen in the past, especially for a road game that's not too far away, maybe a little bit too early on a Saturday morning. Even some of the parents were sleepy with their coffees coming in here. Now Lucero will take the snap. Looks, fires down the field, and just overshoots his intended target, Jaden Gilmore, and actually the roster in here lists number 10 as Jacob Mansdorfer. Of course, we know Lucero is the quarterback, so makes you kind of question all the numbers out here for the Tigers. But Lucero will take the snap, hand off to Roper. He's going to hesitate in the hole, bounces it to the left side, and then he'll kind of fall his way forward after a gain of about 6 on the play. That'll bring up a 3rd and 4 situation here with under a minute to go here in quarter number 1. Tigers quickly to the line of scrimmage. 3 wideouts, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Lucero in shotgun. Hard count, can't get Centaurus to jump. Everyone on Centaurus' defense standing up here, trying to create some chaos and confusion here against the Tigers. Here goes the snap. Handoff to Roper. Gets through one hole. Across the 50. Still on his feet, and he was churning his legs, and a touchdown saving tackle made from the safety spot. I think making that one was Medino. No, that was Anthony Montoya. And, man, Noah Roper was almost off to the races there. And that will do it here in the first quarter. We're going to step aside. Tigers lead it 7-6 over Centaurus here on the Erie Tigers.
Dad's home!
Yeah. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
All right, welcome back in. And I apologize, that is Mandorfer. That is the quarterback for the Tigers. First time we have seen him quarterback action. I did not have a chance to talk with Coach Cooper this morning. And that is a surprise to us up here in the broadcast booth. So Mansdorfer now at the helm here for the Tigers, and we've seen Mansdorfer throw it around a little bit here. 2nd and 11. So a shout out and a thanks to Jimmy Lucero for letting us know that, and then Grayson Wolf confirming. And not totally sure what's going on, but we won't get into the details of that. So 2nd and 10 here for the Tigers. Ball spotted at the near hash. Wide out to either side of the field. Mansdorfer peers to the sideline. And a timeout by Erie. And there's kind of seems to be a little bit of confusion here this morning. Well, while we have a moment, Tiger fans, we have just the smile you're looking for. Dr. Damon Caraway and his team of professionals work together to provide you with the highest standard of orthodontic care tailored to meet your individual needs and desires. We offer a full range of orthodontic services for patients of all ages, including children, teens, and adults. For more information, head to carawayortho.com. Well, Tigers have it 2nd and 10 on the Centaurus 40. Trying to drive here for their second score of the game. Jacob Mansdorfer will lead the Tigers out onto the field here. Jacob, typically a fullback, kind of an H-back for the Tigers and an outside linebacker. So surprised to see how much they are airing it out with him. Now here's the handoff to Roper, stretches it, cuts it back to the left side, bowls over the top of the umpire, and he'll be close to a first down as he's at the 31, and that'll bring up a 3rd and short. Now Mansdorfer checking in with the sideline. Tigers trying to signal in the play. Here's the fake handoff. Mansdorfer will keep it on the right side, churning the legs. He's across the 25 down to the 22-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Erie as they keep marching down the field here. Already engineered one long scoring drive. Started this one at the Centaurus 37, or excuse me, their own 37. Now Mansdorfer hands it off to Roper. Trying to follow his blockers inside, and he will be roped around the ankles after a gain of 5.
Gain of 4 leaves second down 6.
Tigers haven't hit one of those big gashers that we've seen all the time this season, but they have methodically found running room and just continue to march down the field here. Now handoff again to Roper. Big hole there, cuts it back to his left. Nothing but daylight in front of him, and he scoots into the end zone for the second touchdown of the day. And the Tigers take a 13-6 lead here with 10:25 left to go here in quarter number 2. So Castine out to kick the extra point here for the Tigers. The snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is up, and it's right down the pipe. Tigers lead at 14-6. We'll step aside real quick here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis.
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so.
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
And welcome back in here, Erie Tiger Network, as the Tigers lead it now 14-6 over Centaurus. 10:25 left to go here in the first half. And it will be Castine set to send it deep here, and they'll stop it with a whistle. And a timeout before the receiving of a kickoff. And both teams seem a little sleepy here this morning. A lot of timeouts burned in kind of unusual situations. The second play of the quarter, Erie called a timeout. Now before a kick receiving play, the Warriors call a timeout. Do you suffer from neck pain, back pain, or other ailments, including injuries from an auto accident? The fine folks at Great Day Chiropractic aim to treat the cause of your pain and restore your body to its best health. Check them out online today at greatdaychiro.com. To give them a call at 303-828-5347. Tigers ready to kick it off again here. Tigers have started off this season like you're supposed to, when the teams you're playing tend to struggle a little bit. A 42-27 win over Vista Peak Prep, a 41-6 win over Eagle Valley, and of course last week the big win over Northridge, 47-23 for homecoming. Now Castine will send it deep here. This one will be fielded at the goal line, and that will be blown dead. No return. And so the Warriors will start 1st and 10 on their own 20. So here we go. Faraka in the shotgun here for the Warriors. Couple wide outs to the near side. Warriors really moving some pieces around here pre-snap, trying to confuse this Tiger defense. Now Faraka will look, fire the quick out. That one is hauled in, and a gain of 9. Anthony Mendoza on the catch. And it'll be 2nd and 1. Tiger pass defense has struggled a little bit early here in this game, as Centaurus trying to incorporate more passing concepts into their offense this year. And once again, for the 3rd time in this game, Jaden Gilmore has jumped offside.
Encroachment on the defense. And it's another Warrior.
So 1st and 10. Tigers defense struggle a little bit here in the early goings of this game. Here's the snap. Faraka being pressured, and he's slung to the turf. And racing in there and pulling him down was Spencer Brooks.
Spencer Brooks. There is a flag on the play.
So Spencer with a nice play. And it's going to be 2nd and long here for the Warriors. What? Oh, yeah. Kyle Cooper upstairs doing outstanding camera work for us here today. 9:48 remaining, and I think there might have been a hold on Erie. So wipe the sack off the board, and a 1st down and a little shorter than 10 here. That happened so quick. Surprised there was a hold on that defensively. So here we go, 1st and 9 for Centaurus. Faraka will send a man in motion. Takes the low snap, looks to his left, flush from the pocket. Tigers bring the heat, and he'll throw it, and I think that'll be intentional grounding. Never left the tackle box, and just kind of threw it into no man's land. Faraka trying to avoid the sack as 3 different Tigers were bearing down on him. And it will be intentional grounding.
On the offense. Loss of down.
And so that'll make it 2nd and real long here. That ball's going to be spotted all the way back at the Centaurus 18. So 2nd and 26. There's the low snap, a quick pass by Faraka, and that was almost swatted down in the middle by Gilmore, and then that was just short of Noah Roper. A couple of Tigers in the area.
3rd down, 26.
So 3rd and 26.
Timeout on the field.
And a timeout on the field again. I think the official. Coach Mickens was out there. I thought maybe something happened with Erie. Instead, it was just a quick little officials timeout. Now here's the low snap. Faraka's going to throw the bubble screen to the near side, or a little tunnel screen, and Tigers diagnosed that well. That's Gilmore in there on the tackle, and that's going to be 4th and real long, and Centaurus is going to be forced to punt.
A couple yards, leaves 4 down and forever. Brings out punter number 11, Nick Gomez. Lining up at the 50-yard line, number 8, Noah Roper.
Now here goes the sidewinding punt to Roper. Fields at his own 48, steps out of one tackle, up the left side, still on his feet, and oh man, he had one man to beat, and coming in and knocking him down was Nikola Kratic. And there's also a penalty down. That kind of is in the area of a Tiger hold. Let's see what the White Hat has to say before we take a quick timeout. And it is a head-to-head blow on Erie. So Tigers lead at 14-6. We're going to step aside for a quick timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Hi, my name is Caleb Humble. You're watching the Erie Tiger Network.
And welcome back in here. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Little handoff on the right side and a nice burst through the initial hole. Colby Wingfield. And the Tigers, with an 8-yard gain, will have 2nd and short. And apologize about the logo we have with the Centaurus team. We'll try and fix that in a timeout. That is Northridge's logo. Luckily it does say Centaurus. 2nd and 2. Mansdorfer is going to keep on the left side. He'll churn the wheels and lean it across the first down marker. A gain of 3 and another Tiger first down inside the Centaurus 40 now and driving. Tigers running no huddle here. Wideouts to each side. Zach Rees in the backfield as an H-back. Colby Wingfield, the tailback. Mansdorfer is going to let it fly, and going up and almost grabbing that was Mathis, but a good defensive play by Mendoza to swat it away at the last second.
Pastor Mansdorfer was intended for number 24, Alexander Mathis.
Tigers have tried to run some fade routes and just haven't quite connected here today. Now it's going to bring up a 2nd and long. Ball spotted close to the near hash. Wide out to either side. Kind of heavy personnel here for the Tigers. They'll hand it off to Roper on the right side. He's going to cut it back to his left. He's met by a couple blue jerseys, and they gobble him up after a gain of about 4 on the play. Noah's taken a couple hard licks here.
3rd down 7.
Early so far in this contest. Hard count there by Mansdorfer. Can't quite get Centaurus to jump. 3rd and 7 for the Tigers. Mansdorfer takes the snap, hands it off to Roper. Right side, cuts it back to his left, and he's lassoed around the ankles and brought down shy of the first down, but a decent little pickup. That's going to bring up 4th and a long 2. Tigers trying to go quick here, catch Centaurus off guard. They snap it quick. Roper on the right side, driving, churning the legs. That's going to be close, depends on the spot. The official on the far side looks like he's going to give it to him. He had to get, yep, and he does, had to get just near the 29, and they will spot him all the way up to the 28. So fresh set of downs for the Tigers in what has been a different type of offensive day. Not huge explosive plays, but just long grinding drives that end in scores. See if they can do it for a 3rd time. Mansdorfer keeps, rolls to his right, throws on the run pass option and overthrows his intended target, Zach Rees, who was running out to the flat. Well defended though by the Warriors. They shot in, kind of disrupted the play. They covered out the flat, and I don't know if Mansdorfer was trying to hit Rees or throw it away. Either way, that landed safely out of bounds. But the Warriors diagnosed that one well on the RPO and forced the Tigers now into a 2nd and 10. Now looking here on the replay, and that was well covered down the field by all the Warriors. 2nd and 10 here. Mansdorfer will send Roper behind him in the pistol. Mansdorfer hands off right side. Roper stutter steps in the hole. Now plants and cuts it up the field across to the 20. And that'll bring up a 3rd and manageable, about a 3rd and 4 after a 6-yard pickup by Noah. Noah, just an outstanding start to this season for the Tigers. 587 yards rushing through the first 3 games. Almost 200 yards per, including 10 total touchdowns for Noah. Now Mansdorfer will keep it himself on the right side, and he will fall forward, and that's going to be close again to a first down. I think they'll have it. Will once again depend on the spot, and they will award it. So another first down by an eyelash, and that's chewing some time off this clock here. Another long drive for the Tigers. This one started north of 9 minutes. Already has chewed up a few minutes off the clock here. Mansdorfer again in the shotgun. He'll hand it off, or no, he'll keep it himself. Right side, nice little hole, spins and spun down to the turf after a gain of about 12. Enough for another Tiger first down, and that'll be 1st and goal at the Centaurus 7. Erie trying to go quickly here. Gilmore split out wide to the right. Tigers, though, with the big personnel package. Handoff to Roper. He'll stretch it out. Cuts, trying to run over a Warrior, and then he's stacked up by a slew of blue jerseys. Good gang tackling on the play to kind of form a little wall there right at the goal line. And so Roper pegs it down for 6 yards, all the way down to about the 1 or 2 yard line. I think they'll spot that at the 2. Tigers trying to go quick again, still with the heavy package. Mansdorfer again to Roper, and the Roper will that time walk into the end zone for a Tiger touchdown.
Number 8, Noah Roper in for the score.
So 4:41 left here in quarter number 2, and the Tigers on top 20-6 after another long drive capped off by another Noah Roper touchdown. Now Julian Gustine set to kick the extra point here. And Julian will make it to 21-6 game. We'll step aside, take a timeout. Tigers lead it here, 21-6.
Erie 21, Centaurus 6. Kick into and out of the end
And welcome back in as that kick sailed through the end zone.
20-yard line, 1st and 10 Warriors.
And the Tigers lead it here. And oh, look, we fixed our little Centaurus logo there on our scoreboard while we were away at the break. That's probably why you saw it went to black for a little bit. Tigers, though, engineering a good first half. And what's been a little bit differently played, Warriors have actually put together some decent drives, but they've only been able to score that one time. And Erie has really churned out 3 long drives. All 3 drives they've been able to score on. So 1st and 10 here for Centaurus. Always enjoy coming out to Centaurus. As wide open. was Mendoza, and he will scoot across the 50. Now once again, the Tigers' pass defense just kind of struggling a little bit. And that more worries you for when they play a team like Holy Family that airs it out a lot. Tigers do a pretty good job stopping the run with their front seven, but a little bit susceptible through the air so far. See if those DBs can continue to improve and grow. Little out route caught underneath, and Gilmore on the tackle. He was trying to follow Mendoza in motion across the formation, and Centaurus looking good through the air. Second and 3. Of course, Logan Junt, one of the starting corners, he was hurt before the season even started with a shoulder issue. And already kind of a thin secondary, and another great throw. Catch a spin move and into the end zone. Goes Centaurus. Elijah Silver on the touchdown catch for Centaurus. And it was a nice catch and little spin move, and the Tigers give up a touchdown in 3 plays on this drive, all passing plays. And Centaurus keeping it interesting here as that kick is up and good. 21-13, Tigers still lead it. We'll take another timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
People think I'm trash, but they're wrong. Today I'm just an aluminum can, but one day I could be a stadium.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Warrior fans all fired up after that 3-play drive touchdown that took less than a minute off the clock. And so now Erie will get the ball back. And a little onside kick, and the Tigers jump right on it. So both teams have onside-ed it so far, and hasn't worked out for either of them. However, I am a huge fan of that decision. Now Isaac Kana was the one that jumped on it. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers at their own 44 is where they will take over. And what is an overcast, chilly day here in Lafayette. And you can hear the Warrior fans in front of us. Pretty rowdy bunch here this morning, as Mansdorfer leads the team back out onto the field. Handoff to Gilmore, steps out of a tackle, but there's 2 flags on the play, and I think we're gonna have a hold in behind the play. That will bring this one back, and the offense already starting to march backward. Went back and was looking at the replay and trying to see where that hold was committed.
Holding on the offense. Penalties declined.
There are 2 holds on the offense. I'm looking here on the replay,
10 yards from that hold.
and I'm still not sure where that came from. Almost could have been called a block in the back. That's going to back up Erie to a 1st and 21. So Mansdorfer in the pistol here. He'll take the snap, fakes it, hands off to Roper. Big hole, bursts his way, spinning, and finally wrestled down to the turf as he crosses the 40. Just on the other side of the 40, and that'll bring up second about 13. Roper having himself a good game again here so far. The big wide open holes have not been there. Centaurus has kind of bent and tried not to break. Ultimately, the Tigers have been able to punch in the end zone each time, but they have made the Tigers earn every score. They haven't really given up that one big play. As once again, Roper, another 5 or 6 yards. That'll bring up a 3rd and 7. Tigers, though, just taking what Centaurus will give them. Now ball spotted close to the near hash, just beyond the 47. Wide out to either side of the field. Keeper by Mansdorfer, right side, and he's roped around the ankles. A gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 4th and 1. Tigers going to go for it here. And so the Tiger fans trying to get loud here. Big play in this game for Centaurus. Mansdorfer takes the snap, hands off to Roper, straight ahead, and he's going to be stopped short. So Centaurus gets the turnover on downs, and they will have excellent field position. 1st and 10 from their own 47. Well, while we have a moment here, are you looking to get your wisdom teeth removed or have other facial surgical needs? Put your trust into Dr. Eugene King at Aspen Oral and Facial Surgery. Check them out online today at aspenoralsurgery.com. So 1st and 10 here for the Warriors. At their own 47 after the big stop on a 4th and 1. 2 players in motion here, and they'll have to get completely set, and they do. It's going to be a little halfback pass, and that's diagnosed well by the Tigers, but a great catch by Mendoza. Augustin Salas was spun around in coverage, and Roper tried to come over. And another big pass play by Centaurus. Warriors pulling out all the stops here. Now 5 wide. Faraka will take the snap, looks to his left, fires on the first read, the in cut, wide open. Nobody there, and an easy 9 yards. It was Montoya on the catch. Now 2nd and 1, and Erie's going to call a timeout. Coach Mickens out on the field, and he wants to have a chat with this Tiger defense. We're going to take a quick timeout. Tigers still lead it, though. 1:25 left in the half, 21-13.
You want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number, 303-828-0454, or go to carawayortho.com.
Hi, I'm Maya Michelson, and you're watching Erie Tiger Network.
And welcome back in. 2nd and 1 here for the Warriors. 1:25 left to go here in the half. Faraka on the shotgun. He's got 4 wide and flanked to his right by 1 running back. Now he'll step up, check the play at the line. Tigers showing some pressure. They will send pressure, and the little out cut and a pass interference call on Erie. Nathan Hahn tried to jump the route and instead came through the receiver.
Pass interference on the defense. Half the distance to the goal. And it's another Warrior.
Hey fans, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Erie Tiger Net. You can also check us out online at ErieTigerNetwork.com. Grayson Wolf pulling double duty here. He's running the huddle sideline for the team, and he's also producing for the broadcast. So huge thanks to him. Kyle Cooper upstairs doing the dandy camera work. Now 1st and goal here for Centaurus. They're trying to level this thing or at least get close here before halftime. For Rocca, he's going to roll to his right. He'll throw it to the corner, and that's a little bit too far. As Silver was the one that was in the back of the end zone as he tumbled onto the track. So that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Incomplete pass will stop the clock. Plenty of time here for Centaurus to operate. Tigers showing pressure again. First running play we've seen in a while from Centaurus, and Tigers diagnosed that well and bottled it up right away. In fact, a loss of 1, maybe 2 on the play by Mac Post. Gotta love that name for a fullback, by the way, Mac Post. Third and goal from the 9 now. Centaurus looking to the sideline. They're trying to let some clock melt off, and now they'll call a timeout. So with 44 seconds left, the Tigers will try and figure out what to do here defensively. Hey fans, don't forget to check us out online, ErieTigerNetwork.com. You can see the broadcast schedule. And speaking of the broadcast schedule, obviously here today, a little early morning matinee, if you will, as the Tiger football team taking on Centaurus. We will be home for softball against Berthoud on Tuesday. We'll follow the soccer team out to Frederick on Wednesday. The next Friday, we will have the Silver Creek Erie football game. That should be a big one as the Tigers really be tested in that one. That's kind of our week at a glance here on the Erie Tiger Network. Well, 44.9 seconds remaining in this first half as Centaurus has looked good, carving Erie with their aerial attack. See what Erie does here. Faraka in the shotgun. He's got 2 wide to either side. He'll send a man in motion. Faraka looks left. Now rolling, and he's buried by a couple different Tigers. Gilmore and Spencer Brooks in there. And Brooks had a sack earlier that was wiped away by a penalty, so he'll collect his first sack of the game. And now Erie electing not to call a timeout, trying to rush Centaurus onto the field. And we already saw them miss an extra point. Snap is good, and the kick is partially blocked. Caught by Roper. Roper's going to run it. Roper, he's got some room in front of him. Roper up the sideline. And Noah Roper steps through a tackle and finally brought down from behind with 6.4 seconds left, and the Tigers will have a shot. There is a flag all the way where the kicker is. And I think this one might be a roughing the kicker, and it is. So all that really did was melt time off the clock. And Coach Cooper out trying to talk with the refs. I think the one thing he might be trying to argue is that that kick could have been partially blocked.
Penalties half the distance to the goal line.
It was kind of tough to tell if it was just skied or it was blocked. Let's see if we can see that on the replay. And I'm looking here, and I think that was the right call in terms of it not being blocked. I don't think Erie did get a hand on it. I thought initially that that thing was partially blocked. And that will be a timeout here for Centaurus.
That's their third of the half.
And by the way, a good job of theatrics by the Centaurus kicker. So I'm looking here on the replay. Drew the penalty. And we'll see if we can't even get you a live look here. As Grayson Wolf saying, hey man, we got some replay technology. Let's use it. So let's see if we can take a little peek at this here as soon as we get our little replay system set up. Don't have a full crew on hand for you, so we weren't going to have our replay set up, but we can kind of see them here in the booth. We're going to try and connect that, though, real quick. So here we go. Warriors are going to go for the touchdown instead of the field goal. 6 seconds left. Faraka looking to his right. He's going to throw the fade, and it's intercepted by Roper. And Roper will be tackled in the end zone, and that will do it for the half. So the Tigers avoid giving up another score. They lead it going into the locker room here at halftime, 21-13. We'll take a timeout. Come back, show you some stuff here on the Erie Tiger Network.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund breeding.
Why do you not get me?
I do. This is what it feels like for kids with learning and attention issues. Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
That was my. And welcome back in here, Erie Tiger Network. Let's take a little look one more time at that extra, or that, and you see the start of the play forward. Trying to see if that was blocked or not. I think that one pretty clearly kind of went over the hands there of the intended blockers. We're trying to show you that in slow motion. And yeah, that one over the hands, almost blocked. So I think a good call there. Colby Wingfield was trying to run in, and then you see afterward, this running into the kicker there. And a little bit definitely not roughing, but running into, and the kicker kind of stuck his leg out there and took it. So, hey, how about that for instant replay on our broadcast? You see a little bit of the user interface, but you get to see what we see here in the booth. Well, the Tigers do lead it, though, here as we're back live. The Tigers have started off this season well. You look at their schedule, you kind of run down. They will take on Silver Creek at home next week. Then they will head out to Berthoud on the 6th. And then they will have Holy Family, Roosevelt, Meade, and Frederick to end the season. And Frederick looking a lot better so far this season. We're going to take another timeout here. Tigers lead at 21-13 here at halftime on the Erie Tiger Network.
Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis.
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so.
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
Hi, my name is Caleb Humble. You're watching the Erie Tiger Network.
Do you want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number 303-828-0454 or go to carawayortho.com.
Dad's home!
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
Centaurus would like to take this opportunity to recognize and thank the Boulder Center for Sports Medicine for providing athletic trainers for the Boulder Valley School District. A special thanks to Raina Post, athletic trainer for Centaurus High School. Raina, we appreciate your dedication to and care of our student athletes. Also, a special thanks to Dr. Grauer for his 26 years of invaluable care for our athletes. Additional thanks to the Lafayette Fire Department for providing paramedics for the on-call service that they provide for our high school athletes.
Want to let you know that Michael Doolittle's here. If you wanted to say hi to him, I don't know if you, but he's sitting in the student section, and I'm like, if any people give you trouble for being right here, you come and get me, and I'll take care of them. You know, because there's a lot of them over there. But they beat Fort Morgan.
Ladies and gentlemen, please support the Centaurus Quarterback Club by participating in our Split the Pot contest today. You can win half the pot and the other half supports the football team. Tickets are $3 for $5. Good luck. Ticket sales will go through the end of the third quarter. You're running out of time. Get your tickets now.
And welcome back in Erie Tiger Network. It's halftime. Erie leads it 21-13. We'll show you a couple highlights there from that first half, at least some scoring plays. As you take a look here, and Noah Roper was able to score here on the right side, just wide open hole there and into the end zone. That was his third score of the game. And we'll try and show you a couple more here. The Tigers' last offensive play. They got stuffed on that 4th and 1. That was the big play for Centaurus. That kind of ended things there in that half on offense for Erie. Earlier, though, the Tigers able to score from about 18 out. Hand off to Roper there, brought it to the left side, and well, not quite in frame that time, but see the nice blocking there right up front, the pulling guard going around the right side, and Roper just able to take it all the way to the house. So been a fun game so far. Only a 8-point lead here for the Tigers, and Erie lead it 21-13. We'll take another timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis.
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so.
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
Hi, my name is Caleb Humble. You're watching the Erie Tiger Network.
Do you want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number 303-828-0454 or go to carawayortho.com.
And welcome back in. The clock showing us about 3 minutes till these teams get out there. Kind of got over some highlights and previewed Erie's upcoming schedule and the Erie Tiger Network upcoming schedule. In case you're wondering about the Tri-Valley League and what the Tigers have left here in terms of the record against the teams they're going to play, well, it's a tough road. Meade, Berthoud, Holy Family, Roosevelt, Frederick, the other 5 teams in the Tri-Valley, a combined 2 losses between all those teams. Meade 4-0, Berthoud 4-0, Holy Family 4-0. Roosevelt is 3-1, and Frederick is 3-1. And Frederick will play this Centaurus team next week. Holy Family, they whooped up on Thompson Valley yesterday, 49-2. Roosevelt snuck by Silver Creek, 29-27. So Roosevelt looks like they have bounced back from last year and what was kind of a rough season by their standards. Meade rolling over Longmont in Longmont, 38-14, and then Berthoud beating Fort Morgan 22-10. So the Tri-Valley right now, the cream of the crop in 3A football. And even Frederick, who last few years really struggled to win game. Frederick 3-1 to start the year, and they are looking pretty good actually. So a tough road ahead for the rest of the season, and their one non-conference game left for the Tigers, Silver Creek. Yeah, they're pretty good too. In fact, if you look at the Chasanow.com rankings for this football season in the 3A ranks, and these are going into the week, and someone's saying, I'm just looking here at the scores. It said Berthoud knocked off Fort Morgan. Thank you for the texter, by the way. But if you look at the rankings, Holy Family first. They're 3-0 going to the week. Meade was second. Silver Creek was third. Fort Morgan fifth. Erie there at sixth. And then receiving votes was Berthoud, Roosevelt, Frederick. Got to imagine Roosevelt will jump up into that mix. We'll try and get a confirmation on that score. I just saw the one score posted on Max Preps, and it said Berthoud knocked off mighty Fort Morgan. So not sure what to think, but we are almost all set here for the start of this second half, and Erie will receive, and Centaurus has struggled to kick the ball a little bit. I actually think it's a good call for them to just kind of roll with
back for the Tigers, number 8, Noah Roper.
Roll with the onside kick. This one fielded as it's sent deep near the 10, and Roper will bring it out to the far sideline. That's where Erie will start their drive.
Kickoff return by Roper out to about the 35-yard line. Tigers take over, 1st and 10.
So that's where the Tigers will start their drive from. Just a small crew out here in Lafayette today, a 3-man crew. Grayson Wolf kind enough to pull some double duty for us, actually. And then Kyle Cooper up top. So one camera view. Hey, we still got you a little bit of replay, so that's always fun when we can get that fired up on our broadcast. But 1st and 10 here. Handoff to Roper. Makes one cut and then hit high and low as he falls forward for a gain of about 7. We said the Tigers really have not had that big play. There's a handoff to Roper, and he'll
carries up the middle.
scoot forward for a first down.
Tackle number 90, Asher Cook. First down, Erie.
So first down here for the Tigers. Mansdorfer in the pistol. Looking to the sideline, waiting for the call to come in. Now handoff to Roper on the left side, and he is hit right at the line of scrimmage, and he's going nowhere.
Roper left side, tackle for no gain. Led by number 72, Malachi Lazowski.
Lazowski was in there on the tackle for Centaurus. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 10 here. Tigers have yet to complete a pass here today. Wide out to each side. Handoff right side, Noah following his blockers, and he's just tripped up as he crossed the line of scrimmage and falls forward, stumbled forward for about a gain of 7, so that'll bring up a 3rd and 3. There was a big hole there, and as Noah went through the hole, just kind of tripped up. Now a keeper here for Mansdorfer, and a penalty coming. They're going to call a hold behind the play. I think that might be on Marcucci.
Holding on the play.
And the official initially pointed toward the defense, but it is
10-yard penalty from the spot of the infraction.
It is a 10-yard penalty, so now it'll be 3rd and long here.
Still third down and 12.
And the Centaurus sideline trying to get these fans pumped up. And the official trying to get the clock to run, and it will. Tigers trying to get the right play call in. Mansdorfer, he'll just follow Roper up the middle and not much going. A gain of maybe 3, and that'll bring up a 4th and 10.
And about 2 brings up a 4th down and 10 for the Tigers.
And so Erie scored on all their offensive drives in the first half, and they will have to punt here in their first possession of half number 2.
Brings out punter number 5, Julian Castillo.
We have not seen many punts this year from the Tigers. This one is a spinner that will fall inside the 20. It's picked up at the 8, and a return out across the 15, about a gain of 8 yards on the return, and that's where Centaurus will take over. Well, the Tigers letting Centaurus kind of hang around here. And by the way, we're looking on the Chassa website now. It does say Berthoud 22-10 victors over Fort Morgan. So Berthoud looking good here. And Erie will have to see them and Silver Creek in the next 2 weeks, as we already mentioned. Just an absolutely brutal road ahead here for Erie. We're really about to find out what this Erie team is, but first, they still have this game to take care of here against Centaurus. Motion out to the near side. They'll run a little tunnel screen. Tigers read that fairly well. Good blocking, though, by the receivers, and actually a flag coming in as one of the Tiger DBs was being held I think that was Ian McDonald that kind of had his hands up, and so that's going to back Centaurus up.
Holding on the offense. That'll be a 10-yard penalty from the spot there. Brings up a first down and 13 for the Warriors.
So 1st and 13 for the Warriors. And Grayson was trying to get my attention to show you the replay of that hold. We'll have to do that a different time here. Now Faraka in the shotgun. Still trying to air it out, seeing what Erie can fix, and another great catch.
Wow, what a passing catch.
And Erie just struggling here with the pass defense. And how about those throws, too? They have been right on the money all day. So Nick Faraka looking real good. Now he'll look to his left. He's being pressured, trying to scramble out of the pocket. And the Tigers will force a fumble, and it's hopped on by Centaurus. That was a big hit on Faraka, and the ball just popped out. And none of the Tigers saw it pop out, and luckily for the Warriors, big lineman was able to fall on top.
Result of the play is a 2nd down and 6.
Centaurus taking their time here getting this play in. Empty backfield. Well, there is an H-back kind of off to the right. Erie's shown no pressure. Throw on the corner route, a little bit too strong. Intended for Mendoza.
Number 23, Nathan Hahn on the coverage.
So 3rd down here. It's big for Erie. They have let Centaurus hang around here and struggled to stop the pass. It'd be good for them to get a stop. Man in motion. Fracca looking to his right. Throws and almost intercepted. As coming across and knocking that one away was Ian McDonald. So that'll bring up 4th and long here, and Centaurus will be forced to punt.
Brings out punter number 11, Nick Gomez. Back for the Tigers, number 8, Noah Roper.
Get down there!
And now Noah Roper out to the 35 on the punt return. That's where Erie will take over. We'll take a quick 15-second break here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Hi, my name is Caleb Humble. You're watching the Erie Tiger Network.
Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network, as the Tigers lead it here, and we'll get the ball for the 2nd time here in this quarter. Snap to Mansdorfer, handoff. Left side, Roper will bounce it out toward the sideline. Roper still on his feet, galloping, and finally tossed out of bounds, and that's going to be a late hit. Roper was kind of stumbling and then just got hucked after he was out of bounds, and that's going to be a 15-yard penalty tacked on, I'm pretty sure. We'll see if we can't take a look at that here.
Face mask called against the defense. 15 yards from the end of the play. First and 10 Tigers from the Warrior 39-yard line.
And so we'll take a look at that when we get a second. But a first down here for the Tigers. Handoff again to Roper, and that time he's drugged down by the ankles. Take a look at that previous play here. As you see Roper coming around on the sideline, and then as he was going out of bounds, just kind of not too egregious there, but maybe a little bit late. So second down here for the Tigers, second and long. Roper in the backfield. Mansdorfer will follow him, cuts it up left, and nice little seam there, just kind of following his blockers, and that'll bring up third and short. When I go to a replay, you got to take the scoreboard down, put the replay graphic up. So third and short. Tigers trying to get Centaurus to jump. Now they'll look to the sideline. Centaurus shown pressure here. Tigers, to my recollection, still haven't completed a pass today. There's the snap, handoff to Roper. He's met in the backfield, spins out of one, now bouncing out to the far side. He's got the first down, and Noah Roper magically makes a 4-yard gain out of nothing. I mean, he was bottled up in the backfield and just stepped out of a tackle.
First down, Tigers.
So first down for Erie. Now Noah gonna get a breath here. As you see the replay here. Erie, Roper met there in the backfield, just spun away. All right, now Tigers, first and 10. Sorry about that, thought we were back to our live feed, and that one is stopped after no gain. Tigers trying to just say to Centaurus, hey, we're gonna run it, and you're not gonna do much about it. And Centaurus starting to stiffen up a little bit defensively, but they have a player down on the field. Just looked like the wind was kind of knocked out. But he will have to come out of the game. I believe that's Taylor Herbstreit, the 5'11", 160-pound sophomore. Kind of just looked like he got the wind knocked out of him.
Second down, 10.
So second and 10 here for the Tigers. Roper back out there. Gilmore and Mathis, the wideouts. Handoff to Roper, right side, stutters in the hole, now plows his way forward. And he'll pick up about 5 on the play.
Down to the Warrior 21-yard line. Third down, 5.
Roper having another big day statistically on the ground. Centaurus sideline trying to get their fans into this game again here. Mansdorfer peeks over to the sideline. Take the snap, hands it off to Roper, right side, squirts through the hole, and he's going to be stopped right at the down marker. Might be just a hair short. And it will be a 4th and less than a yard. Centaurus stopped Erie on this toward the end of the first half. See if Erie can plow ahead for a yard this time.
Let's hear for that defense.
Heavy personnel here for the Tigers. And Mansdorfer will keep it. He's got a first down as he gets undercut. A pickup of about 4, almost 5 on the play.
First down, Erie.
And a first down for Erie. 3:45 and counting. Now Mansdorfer's going to keep it himself over the right side and kind of cut it back over the hash and got pelted to the turf after a gain of 4. Well, Jacob Mansdorfer, new starting quarterback. You can read about him actually in our program, the Paw Print, which is sold at all home games. And those funds go to help support the Erie journalism program. Now handoff to, nope, keeper by Mansdorfer. Just right up the middle. And another good chunk. I think that's going to be just shy of a first down, though. And there's a stoppage. I don't see a flag or a player down. Oh, there is a flag. It's laying in the Centaurus end zone, so this might be after the play. Let's take a look here. The official looking up toward our camera. Personal foul on Erie, so something not nice said. So that's going to back up Erie. So after 3rd and 1, it's now going to be 3rd and 15. Check that, 3rd and 16. Got to get all the way down to the 3 for a first down. Mansdorfer, he'll run play action. He throws it to the end zone and it's knocked away. A good diving stop there by Pedro Medina. And Pedro Medina, you could even hear our crowd mic, someone trying to inform our PA announcer sitting next to us. That is Pedro Medina. So now Castine out to kick the field goal. This is going to be spotted close to the near hash. It'll be a try of 37. The snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is up, and it is good. So Castine puts it through here for the Tigers, a good field goal, and they extend their lead out to 2 possessions. 24-13. We'll step aside, take a quick timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network. Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. And we just got word here in the booth that Noah Roper has surpassed the 200-yard rushing mark at 2:03 on the season now. That gives him 790 yards rushing through 3 games and 3 quarters. Just outstanding. Now Castine will kick it off here for the Tigers. 2:31 left here in the 3rd quarter. And this one high, end over end, and out almost the back of the end zone. Good kick there by Castine. That's where Centaurus will take over here. Centaurus made another nice play to start their drive. Fortunately, they weren't able to get another first down, and they had to punt away. And Erie just marched down the field and scored. So 1st and 10 here for Centaurus. They now trail it by 11. Still a good ball game here. Anybody's game. Only 2 possessions. A whole nother quarter to go. Baraka in the shotgun. Sends, I believe, Medina in motion. Throw on the slant route. That's caught by Silver, and he's got a first down. All the way up to the 38 now. Ball spot the near hash. They'll pitch it to the wide side, and that's going to be a loss of a yard. Maybe getting back to the original line of scrimmage. And so 2nd and 11. Warriors trying to go quick here. 4 wide in the formation. Trying to get the Tigers to jump. They jumped 3 times in that first quarter. I don't think they have since. Now there's a snap. Baraka comes off his first read, and the Tigers quickly into the backfield, and a sack that time for Jamie Nelms. Several Tigers back there. Baraka tried to step up out of trouble, and Nelms just kind of bear hugged him and swung him down to the turf. Now 3rd and long here for the Warriors. That last touchdown kind of took this crowd out of it a little bit. Baraka looking to the sideline. Excuse me, there's 5 wide, and now a penalty and an offside called. I think they're saying that maybe Spencer Brooks was just aligned offside. And it does look like that. We'll show you the replay here real quick. You can just kind of see Spencer Brooks there, just a little bit offside. We'll go back to live action here. Here's the pass over the middle, and the little skinny post route was caught for another Centaurus first down. Well, the good news for Erie, you're winning. You made some mistakes defensively. You think if Erie could finish this off with a win, always better to learn from those mistakes in victory. This one far from over, though. Baraka looks, fires the quick in cut, and that one is dropped. Thrown maybe a hair behind Montoya, but had that in his hands and just slipped out. 2nd and 10 here for the Warriors. Now there's a snap, little screen set up, and that was thrown right at the feet of the Erie defender. That is an incomplete pass. I believe there was a running back in the area, so no intentional grounding.
Incomplete.
In fact, we'll take a look at that real quick on our little replay here. And you see that one, yep, running back just in your frame there. All right, here we go, 3rd and 10 now. They'll send a man in motion. Here's the snap. Baraka looks, quick little stop route. And another catch for Silver.
Complete to number 18, Elijah Silver. Brings up a 4th down and 3 for the Warriors.
Good timing on that route between Baraka and Silver. They've had a good connection all day. And that'll do it, though, in the quarter. So at the end of the 3, the Tigers lead it 24-13. Tigers, well, they just scored on a field goal here in the quarter. We'll take a timeout, though, here on the Erie.
Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning. Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis.
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so.
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
Do you want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number 303-828-0454 or go to carawayortho.com.
Just go now. Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Tigers have a 4th down chance here to stop Centaurus. Empty backfield here for the Warriors. To start quarter number 4. We'll check the play at the line. 5 wide here in the formation. Fracca looking left, throws the outcut, and that's caught for a 1st down. Mendoza on the catch. And the Warriors continue to drive.
1st and 10 Warriors from the Tiger 33-yard line.
And they'll go quickly here are the Warriors. Now they'll look to the sideline for the play. Still 5 wide in the formation. Tigers trying to stop them here in their base defense. Here comes a man in motion and early motion. And I think we're going to have a false start, and we will.
On the offense, 5-yard penalty, remains 1st down.
See that last play there for the Warriors. This is where you're looking at a replay right now.
157 will go to the winner. 157 will
Just the open on the outcut. Go back live here as it's 1st and 15. There's the snap, swing pass. Out to the flat, that actually went backward, and that was a backward pass from my view. The sideline official calling that incomplete. That was a good heads-up play by the receiver. I don't know why that was called incomplete. That was a good couple yard backward. We'll see if we can see that on the replay. That should have been a loss of about 5 or 6 yards. We'll wait till after this play. 2nd and long. There's a snap, little slant route that was almost knocked away. Here's that last play. If you look, we'll go frame by frame. He's standing right there at the 44. That ball traveled backward and landed at the 45. Still would have been Centaurus ball, but that was a backward pass. So break there for Centaurus. 3rd and 16 though. Man in motion here for the Warriors. Fracca looks to his right, steps up, fires over the middle. That one is knocked away, incomplete. A big hit by Noah Roper to break up the receiver from that ball. I think that was Asher Cook, the tight end. And now Centaurus will punt. Big hit there by Roper. And this one will keep trickling, and it eventually hops out of bounds, and they'll spot this one all the way at the 4. Let's take a look at that big hit by Roper again. Now you see they'll just throw the slant, and well, hit kind of off our camera view there. There's Noah coming in and breaking things up. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Hey, fans.
996-30.
How about having all your insurance needs under one roof? Let State Farm's Jeannie Holst take care of all your insurance needs. Jeannie's been serving the Erie community for almost 15 years. I'd like to serve you as well. Give Jeannie a call today, 303-828-4002, or visit online at jeannieholst.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Ball spotted at the 9. There's someone yelling right there into our microphone. And they did a little 50-50 in-house, so sorry for the commotion there. So a fan yelled right into our crowd mic. 2nd and 9 now. Mansdorfer heels right on the 5. He'll keep it himself, right side, nice little hole there, and just kind of scoots his way forward. And a flag coming in after the play.
After the play, flag comes flying in.
And Coach Cooper, I don't think he agrees with the call. He's out there trying to ask the officials and see if maybe we can take another look at that one.
Dead ball, personal foul against the Tigers.
So the personal foul, and Colin Marcucci after the play there. See, the play was dead, and then Marcucci just kind of shoved the player over the pile, and so that's where that call came from. They will award Erie the first on the carry, but then back them up. So still 1st and 10. And it's basically first down from the original spot of the first down. And Centaurus not agreeing with what's going on, so that's going to cause some discussion here from the officials. So I think the officials said that he was awarded the first down. And I thought he was about a yard short. Well, they'll give him the first down, and now it's 1st and 10. Play action. Mansdorfer fires and overthrew, I think, the crossing route. There was actually another open receiver on the post in Furman. Not sure which receiver that was intended for. Bring up 2nd down. Mansdorfer just kind of called into action here this week. Second and 10. Handoff. Left side. Nice little move there by Roper. Spins away. He's into the daylight, and he's drugged down by his shoestrings, and saving the touchdown was Mac Post, but a big play there for Roper. Another flag, though. And I'm not sure what sideline warning on Centaurus. But how about that play by Noah Roper? Look at the replay here. Noah just kind of following the blocker. Nice little cut, spin move, and almost got away there. So we'll go back here and hand off on the left side again, and Roper falling forward for a gain of 5.
2nd down 4.
It's 2nd and 4. They'll give him a gain of 6. Erie leading 24-13, under 9.5 minutes to play. Hard count by Mansdorfer. He'll fake it, keep it himself. Right side, he stays on his feet, still churning his legs across midfield. First down and plenty more as he's out to the Centaurus 48. And the Tigers continue to chew off some clock and chew through some yards. Mansdorfer here in his first start at quarterback. Looking good on the ground today. Still hasn't quite found his passing touch, but still engineering this Tiger offense well. Now Mansdorfer looking to the sideline. Tigers content taking their time here a little bit in the pistol. Here's the handoff to Roper, and he'll find a crease on the left side, and he's still churning those powerful legs. Another pickup of 6 yards.
Second down, 4. Tackle number 30, Jason Tran.
And a hard count there draws an Erie player to jump early. So didn't get the defense to flinch, got one of their own teammates. Tigers have committed a lot of penalties here today. 2nd and 9. Mansdorfer rolling to his right. He's going to stop, uncorks one deep, a little bit underthrown, and Furman just couldn't quite come back and hold on. That one was broken up.
Number 9, Ryan Herrera.
And Ryan Herrera on the pass breakup. Man, there, I'll tell you what, there is a spotter in the crowd. Every time a Warrior makes a play, we can hear that clearly on our crowd mic. 3rd and 9 now. Big play here for Centaurus. If Erie gains a few yards, you might imagine they'll go for it. Erie trying to start off 4-0. Crowd getting into this one. And a timeout's going to be called by Erie. We will also take a timeout. Tigers lead at 24-13. You're watching the Erie Tiger Network.
People think I'm trash, but they're wrong. Today I'm just an aluminum can, but one day I could be a stadium.
And welcome back in. Friends at Boco Preps letting us know that Noah Roper, 36 carries, 241 yards. 3rd and 9 though. Here, big play for the Warriors. Handoff, right side. Roper going to stretch it out. Tries to stiff arm Post away. Post just grabbed the arm. Roper continuing to churn the legs, though. And he'll get forward for a gain of 3. That'll bring up 4th and 7. Maybe a gain of only a couple. And I think Erie content to punt it here and force Centaurus to drive the length of the field. Last time Erie played Centaurus here, there were some interesting special teams plays. But Castine's been solid so far here today. Need the good snap. Snap a little high. Castine tips it to himself, catches it. Castine gonna run it out of bounds. Well, we just mentioned the interesting special team plays. It was a good job by Castine to make sure that didn't sail way over his head. Thought maybe for a second he might have been able to punt the ball on the run. He tried to take it himself up the sideline. Got it back to the 48. So we'll take a look at that snap again. See Castine just getting his fingertip on that. Pretty good catch there by Castine. So the Warriors with a chance here to cut in that Tiger lead. They have a short field to work with. Snap down around the ankles. They'll fire, and that was knocked down at the line of scrimmage. I think Jamie Nelms got his paws on that one. I mean, Nelms and Marcucci, that's some big size in terms of height for the Tigers. You'd like to maybe see them knock down a few more. 2nd and 10 now for Centaurus. Ball spotted at the far hash. .640 remaining here in the game. Quick hitter on the slant. And Mendoza has 5 yards, 6 yards, and they'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Tackle on the play number 25, Jaden Gilmore. 3rd down, 4 for the Warriors.
Third and 4. See if the Tigers can dial up defensively, and that ball is tipped.
Pass once again, batted down at the line of scrimmage.
And Cam Marcucci using all 6'8" of his height to knock that one down. Now Nate Hackney will come in and replace Marcucci. 4th down here. Maybe the biggest play of the day for the Warriors. 4 wide, 2 to each side. Quick little pass, and the Tigers were there quick. They wanted a targeting, but that wasn't, I don't think that was hit up high enough. And actually that took out a Tiger on the play.
2 Tigers are down on the play.
Couple of Tigers kind of shaken up. And I think that's Augustin Celeste that's down there. That number 9 looks a lot like that number 8, but Roper over there on the sideline. Let's take another look at that if we can here. And Salas, well, Augustin was the one that came in to try and break up the pass, and he took the brunt of that. Looking in slow-mo there. Clean hit. And he got there right as the ball got there, so good no call by the officials. It was a tough hit, but it was a clean hit, at least on our replay. Hey fans, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. For those of you that are watching right now, just go down there and click the subscribe button. You can also click the like button on our video. That always helps us just become more visible in the community with our social media presence and our YouTube presence. We're happy to bring to you this year.
Ball carrier number 8. Roper right side, tackle number 90, Asher Cook. Gain of 1 on the play.
Yeah, gain of 1. Now the Tigers, I think, real content on just melting some of this clock. Under 6 minutes to play. Roper still in the game. He's getting close to 40 carries here. He's been a real bell cow here today. Another handoff to Roper. Big hole. Still on his feet across the 30. And kind of stumbling backward across the 20. Finally corralled down at the 16.
Down to the Warriors.
And that's just about the biggest popped run of the day for the Tigers. Took a real big shot there at the end, did Noah Roper. He has been working hard today. Now Wingfield will replace him. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. 5:04 and counting. And a little handoff there on the left side. And moving his way forward for 3 yards is Colby Wingfield. Wingfield, smaller back than Noah, but shifty. And just a totally different running style. Really keeps his pad level low. I think kind of hard to see in that backfield. Tigers have some good height on their line. And Wingfield can just kind of hide behind those blockers and emerge through the hole sometimes. Mansdorf will hand it off to Wingfield. He'll go on the left side and he'll stretch it forward close to the first down marker. He had to get to about the 7, and that's right where he's spotted. I don't know if they're going to say this is just short. They might actually even bring out the, nope, they'll give him the first down. And a timeout called. Tigers driving. They have it deep in Centaurus territory. We'll see if they can score when we come back to our timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
With dachshund breeding.
Why do you not get me?
I do. This is what it feels like for kids with learning and attention issues. Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
People think I'm trash, but they're wrong. Today I'm just an aluminum can, but one day I could be a stadium.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Follow us on Twitter at Erie Tiger Net as it's 1st and goal here for the Tigers. Mansdorfer in the pistol. He'll hand it off to Roper. That's his 40th carry of the game. And he's into the end zone. A 7-yard scamper. And the Tigers have pretty much put the proverbial nail in the coffin with that run. With that run, Noah Roper has now rushed for 878 yards through the first 4 games of the season. That's mind-blowing. That's 219 per. So Noah Roper, just a yardage machine. As that extra point is up, and it is good. 30-13, Tigers on top. Excuse me, 31-13 after the extra point. Let's take another look at that Noah Roper run. We can, well, thought we were going to see that here. Nice little hole there, and just kind of easy gliding right there into the end zone. As we said, Noah Roper now on the season, 878 yards. Fun to watch. And how about credit to that O-line too? That's not all Noah. He's had some nice holes to run through today. And Nate Hackney, Colby Arlington, Cam Marcucci, all up there up front for the Tigers. And we had just had one of our cameras go down here, so stick with us here. I think maybe our camera link ran out of battery. And so I apologize about that. We'll see if we can't get something fired up here real quick.
Touchback is the call.
So give us just a moment.
lodge on the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 Warriors.
Swap this out up there if you don't mind. Just hit stop.
Yep, and then start, stop, kick it.
Okay.
And swap it.
Well, we have a view for you here from the press box. And sorry, we just had one of our camera links run out of battery. And Faraka completes the pass here. We sent Grayson Wolf upstairs. I'm literally
player down on the field.
It's not looking real steady, and now there's a player down. Now, why there's a player down, we are going to take a break, try and make sure we get you back to a decent camera view here on the Erie Tiger Network.
My name is Caleb Humboy. You're watching the Erie Tiger Network.
By number 54, Nathan Hackney. Third down, 7. Pass once again batted down at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 4th and 7. Brings up punter number 11, Nick Gomez. Back for the Tigers again, number 8, Noah Roper.
But still not down. Noah Roper still on his feet across the 10. And Noah Roper, he's just so strong.
Punt return by number 8, Noah Roper, down inside the Warriors 10-yard line. First and goal Tigers from the 9-yard line.
Before the Tigers run their next play, Roper there wasn't down. He was pulled down around the jersey and just kind of twisted and stayed on his feet. Man, that Noah Roper.
Ball carrier number 34, Colby Wakefield. Tackle of play number 22, Taylor Herbstreit. Also number 44, Matt Post. No gain. Second down goal from the 9. Ball carrier number 34, Wakefield. Tackle on the play number 72, Malachi Lazowski.
Play system. Let's show you again that Noah Roper return. As Roper run up the sideline there. See, he was spun but not down there, and then just stayed on his feet, threw another guy to the side, and just continued moving on. One more time, because there's a timeout on the field. Roper throwing guys to the side. That is fun to see.
Get the ball, let's go! Defense, let's roll! Get the ball, let's go! Number 1, stay strong and stand for your
Quarterback number 10, Jacob Mansdorf,
Tigers are going to go on top 37-13.
Kick by Castine is good. Michael brings it out across the 20, about the 24-yard line. Warriors take over for Centaurus. Personal foul called against Erie. Personal foul called against Centaurus. First and 10. 44, back post. And it's another Warrior. Pass hit to the line of scrimmage once again. Ball incomplete. Booker, number 44, back post. And it's another Warrior. First and 10 from the 40-yard line. Pass incomplete. Intended for number 4, Pedro Medina. Booker, number 24, Kenneth Leonard. And it's another Warrior.
That will do it. Tigers.
Final score today, Erie 38, Centaurus 13. Ladies and gentlemen, again, if we could ask for your cooperation, if you could get out of the parking lot as quickly as possible. There's a band festival coming in with 26 schools, and they're going to need all the parking they can get. About 2,500 kids coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending today's game. The next varsity football game will be next Thursday, September 28th, versus Frederick High School at Frederick. Game time 7 p.m. The Warriors' next home game will be Friday,